She has this persona that's kind of like, well, I'm all good for black people, but she's not black.
Hmm.
From my understanding, she's some type of Indian descent,
Yeah, East
and she
Indian,
doesn't
E-
have
Brahmin.
a
Yes.
good enough yes, and she doesn't have a good enough rapport with black people for me. So
Yeah.
I'm not voting for her, and I'm not voting for Trump.
Okay. Um. So who- this question always comes up when we say we're not going to vote for Biden or in this case Kamala or the dump. By chance, who will you be voting for if it's not those two?
Well, there are several other people. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but there are several other people besides Kamala Harris and Trump that are running for president. I don't know yet, but I would just have to say I don't know at this moment because I haven't decided which one I have picked yet. But I just don't feel comfortable voting for something that I don't like. It would be hypocritical for me to vote for Trump or
Right.
Kamala Harris.
Right. I hear you, sister. I'm the same way. Like, I'm either I'm third party or I'm on the couch, and neither one of these must promise any policy. And then they say, "Why do you want policy? What does that matter?" Since when have we elected people off of no policy? It's policy that gets people
Yeah.
elected, not personality. But these morons keep telling us that, oh, we don't need to demand nothing. We just need to we just need to neutralize this threat, which is the dump. But you're not telling us what Kamala or whoever is going to do for us. Now, um, I agree with you. The third parties are where it's at. I believe this could be the year of the third party if enough people woke the hell up and realized it. But so many of our people just want to still remain on that duopoly, meaning the two-party system, vote in either Democrat or Republican, and they don't want to change that. I myself have been voting independent. I've been an independent for over 10 years now, and every chance I get to
And
vote an independent candidate for, I usually do. I voted for an independent candidate in both 2016 and in 2020.
hmm and I was just gonna say, and people don't do their research,
Yeah.
because I researched Kamala Harris, and she has a really, really bad rapport with just people in general. Because she used to be the Senate in California, if I'm not mistaken. It
Mm-hmm.
was California,
Hey, twin, good to see
and
you.
she was terrible
Oh yeah,
to
well
us. She
Shabaka
was
could tell you for
terrible.
days how terrible she was. Anybody from California knows how terrible she was. But these must,
Yeah, I'm from California.
yeah. So you already know, she did horrible
hmm
things, and these must keep telling us, well, that was her job. She was just doing her job.
Whatever.
So her job was to lock up
Okay.
black people, lock up black parents for their kids missing school, like. And then she laughed about it, like, she has that horrible cackle. She
Yeah.
laughed about it, like
Oh
when
my
she
god.
was getting off on locking up black kids, like yeah, yeah, this was unconventional, but oh, that stupid dumb shit. Uh, I heard a interview
Mm-hmm.
from of her from like 2016 when she was the Attorney General of California, and she was just laughing and he cock on when she got nominated, was becoming the senator of California. She was just a caca and a kikiing. I'm like, what is so hilarious? Like, what is so funny
Yeah.
about this? Like, this is horrible. Like,
And
you didn't do
she
nothing when you
seems
were
like
the,
that goofy type.
yeah,
She seems like that goofy type about, when it comes to like things that are important, especially dealing with black people. She seems like
mm-hmm,
she would just kind of goof it off a little bit.
yeah. Like, she was almost getting off on locking black people up. And then when she
Yeah.
did that interview with the Griot in 2020, when she was called herself running for president, she didn't even make it to Iowa. We knocked her off the paint before she even get to Iowa. And she
Wow.
said, I'm not gonna do nothing specifically for black people. No. And that was it for her. And then Sleepy Jim Crow Biden picked her up like a $2 hoe on Kofax and made her his vice president.
Mm.
Otherwise, we wouldn't even know nothing about this broad. And
Yeah.
and she only black when it's election time. And play it on the stream yard for y'all.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No, because
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we don't. I don't think we've ever had good decisions for presidency. Especially for Black people in America.
Yeah.
And the Black men in America and the Black women in America have it so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And no one that's not Black can say, "Oh, I know what it's like." Just because you got biracial children or because you married to African American or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
and you say, "Well, I can understand." You don't understand jack.
Mm-mm.
With your white, but you know what I'm saying? You don't understand nothing that I've been through in
Right.
this country. So don't tell me you understand.
Right. I
it
hate
when they
that.
do that.
I hate it too. It's very frustrating when they do that. It's like you're completely gaslighting me, and you're trying to make it seem like I'm delusional, and I'm been in this black skin for all my life, living this black experience all my life. So how you gonna tell me about it,
Mhm.
or that you understand it and
Yeah,
you
talking about, well, I have a child that's half white and half Black. So that don't mean you can relate,
right?
you know?
Well, that's like when they say I have a black friend or something.
Yeah.
I know how it is. I got black friends. What?
Yeah.
I'm like, so did the slave master. Oh, especially the one that say, I got a black family member. So did the slave master. What does that mean? Are you?
That's a good point.
And then are you the Jim Brown? Are you the John Brown type? Like, are you an
And then
abolitionist? Go ahead.
mhm.
Go
And
ahead.
I was gonna say, just like with Malcolm X talking about the house nigga and the
Uh huh.
field nigga.
Yeah.
We going
Well, remember
backwards?
when that white girl asked
you know
him,
what
"What can I do to help?" And he said, "Get the hell out of my face." That bullshit.
I'm I remember that. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But so-called white allies, y'all want to help? Y'all can go tell y'all goddamn people stop being so goddamn racist. How about that? And you tell them, hey, we need
Well,
reparations.
the story behind Bob Marley. He
Yeah.
trusted a white doctor to take care of him. They stuck a needle full of cancer in his shoe,
Yeah,
and
they
it
killed him.
poked him, caused the
They
cancer
killed
to
him
spread.
and Peter
So
Tosh.
yeah, and they didn't mention that in the movie, of course, because they're
No,
not going to.
no.
That's
Did
really
they even
how
mention Peter
cancer.
Tosh in the movie?
I don't recall. I don't think so.
Figures. You talking about
Yeah, I
that
don't
new
think.
Netflix movie that came out on
Uh
Bob
huh.
Marley? Yeah, I knew they was gonna
Yeah,
leave a whole bunch of stuff out.
about his history very well. Uh huh. Yeah.
And that seems to be the pattern with them. They always writing us out of history,
Mhm.
and then we get into it with these other groups that say, "Oh, well, we need to stop calling ourselves black." No matter what we decide to call ourselves, they still gonna see us as black.
Uh huh.
Or we just need to claim our nations. Those nations don't exist no more. What nations are we supposed to be claiming? Like, this is the nation that we. This is the only nation that we know, and have been in for what over 500 years.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, y'all just need to go back to Africa. What country in
Yeah.
Africa is offering us dual
Caller on the-
citizenship?
Yeah. So am I the only caller on the phone?
Yeah, you're the only one so far. I got to see what's going on with Shabaka. He looked like he was online. I'm gonna call him real quick. But I got the StreamYard going too. Let's see if anybody's in the chat, and then let me get the hashtags too. Let me shout out the
Oh.
hashtags while we're waiting for people to call in. So we got Frontline Black News, the Revolutionary Agenda, Liberated Minded Media, Black Community, Black People, Malign Neglect, which has been practiced since the Nixon administration. So that's when they lump us in the broad ambiguous terms, sisters such as people of color,
Mm.
minorities, marginalized, downtrodden, underserved, underprivileged, et cetera, et cetera. That's all part of the malign neglect. So they don't promise
Can I ask you a question?
us and they don't mention us in name. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask you, what did you think? I don't mean to interrupt you or anything, but it's just been on my mind the whole conversation. What did you think about what Michelle Obama said when she made reference to what Donald Trump said about black jobs?
I think they all took it out of context what he was talking about, and they just tried to make it like he was a racist white supremacist. I mean, he is a suspected racist white supremacist, but so is Biden. But
Yeah.
to your question, um, like he said at that NAJB meeting, he asked him. He said, "What is a black job?" He's like, "Well, the jobs that you normally would get." Oh Lord, now my case manager calling me. My old case manager's calling me. Hold on, sister, sister.
Okay.
Hello. All right. Okay, I'm back. I gotta find out where
Okay.
Shabaka's at. No, why Shabaka ain't called in?
Yeah.
It's not like him.
I had told Shabaka that I could stay on for about 30 to 45 minutes. Like usually on Fridays is my day of do my prayer service.
Okay.
So right after the call, I'll have to start getting ready to go to prayer service.
Okay, that's understandable, sister. We appreciate you calling in. So yeah, to answer your question though, I think we got to define what is a black job. Historically, a black job has
Mm-hmm.
been the remedial jobs, the service jobs, the help type jobs. Shabaka, we're live. Sister Hesepsu is on the air with us. She said she only got about 30, 45 minutes at the most. So we're waiting on you to join us.
Right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, what we were talking about was what sister Michelle Obama was talking about when she made reference to what Donald Trump said about black jobs, and she had made that comment. Remember during the convention?
Yeah.
What do you think about? Do you agree or disagree?
Um, I think it's up to whoever's interpretation of what they think a black job is. Um, I believe when I hear a black job, I'm thinking of like a service job or a help job or um, something like a remedial or a menial type job. Um, because historically, that's what black jobs have been. Those are the kind of jobs that we were allowed to have, rather, with service jobs and the help type jobs. So for the sisters, like being maids or cleaning white people's houses, for the brothers working out on the railroad, um, doing carpentry, bricklaying, masonry type of work. That's what I hear um, when I hear a black job.
Well, to me, it brought me back to the history of slaves because
Yeah,
when Donald Trump said that, not when Michelle Obama said she disagreed with him, but when Donald Trump
oh
said that, it was kind of like in a racist way, like a black job. And I'm like, well, what is a black job? You know what I'm saying? Because today, black people are everywhere,
yeah,
and they can work wherever they want to work and do
right,
whatever they want to do as long as it's
right,
decent. But to me, I'm like,
I
are we going backwards?
I think he. That's the thing. Like they keep saying that that he's trying to make us go backwards, but I think what he meant was I think he was talking about the illegal immigration and the jobs that the illegals are doing were historically
Hmm.
black jobs or jobs that black people occupied or black people had, and then they got replaced with these illegal immigrants. But we got Shabaka. I'm gonna bring Shabaka on. Shabaka,
Hey,
Grand Rising.
yes, sir. Yeah, Grand Rising from Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, good morning, sister. Thank you for joining us.
Good
Okay,
morning.
yeah. You saw this circus in Chicago where they had emphasized on abortion clinics.
Oh,
Okay,
Shabaka, you just
uh,
chimed in. Sister Hesepsu was asking, she was asking me what my thoughts were on what Michelle Obama said on day 3 of the DNC. Was it day 3 or day 2 of
okay,
the DNC, where she had
okay. I think
said
she
she was
spoke on
doing
day
her
two.
black job and what the dump meant by black jobs, or what we
Mm-hmm.
thought he meant by
Okay.
black jobs.
Okay, I think what he was talking about was jobs for black people in general, is because when he had made that statement, they showed some ignorant ass brain dead Negro. Well, I'm a photographer. They had a black job. Okay, see, that's that willful ignorant crap. You see what I'm saying? I think what the
Right.
what,
Yes,
what
sir.
dump was. Yes, yeah, I think what the dump as in human shit, and I want to make that perfectly clear of what he was saying was black people's jobs in general. Yes,
And
or
what?
when or
Okay,
any
so
jobs
in
that black people are
so
holding.
when he's saying black people jobs, like I was saying to Sister Hesep too, like what does that mean? Like is that like the help jobs? Is that like service jobs? Um, because I think he was referencing in
Hmm.
regards to the illegal immigration crisis that the Democrats have
Hmm.
caused, and that these illegal immigrants are
Right.
taking the jobs that normally black people would have. And I think it got taken out of
Right.
context to mean, oh, he's trying to put us back in chains, like Joe Biden said. He's gonna put you back in chains.
Well, you said these Democrats and Repubs, see, these are two sides of the same coin. Okay,
Yeah.
because
So
now let's
I
show
was
you what the
bringing up the
Democrats
example of.
did.
Hold on, Shabaka, because you just ignored the questions. So when he says black jobs, what do you think that means?
Okay, like I said, I think he was speaking of the
In,
jobs that
in,
black people hold in general.
in regards to the legal immigration.
Right, yeah, and I'm thinking he was saying it's jobs in general that black people hold, regardless of the job title, if that makes any sense. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And and then brain dead Negroes, because see, one thing you have to understand, which is more dangerous to me than Donald Trump is
Hmm.
to black people, is the Yasa bosses. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with the Yasa bosses is that they sit there and they go for anything. Uh,
Yeah. Anything
you
goes
the
with it.
boss,
Hmm.
uncle. Yeah,
They just go along to get along.
yes, sir. And I think the X-Man said it perfectly. What's the matter, boss? We sick. You see what I'm saying? That
Hmm.
type of mentality. And I noticed that all these Negroes who were sitting up there talking about, well, we're all the same, all inclusion and all this stuff. Now, let's look at something here. Now, with me being an old so-and-so, let me tell you what I saw in the last 50 years, okay?
Okay.
In the last 50 years, okay, what year is this? 2024,
24.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, last 50 years, last 50 years what you had, okay. It,
74.
yeah, yeah, 74, and then also too we're coming up on the 50th anniversary, as you would know, when Muhammad Ali had regained the heavyweight crown from George Foreman in Africa.
Yes, and
But
we
anyway, in the last
passed
50 years, what has happened?
82nd solar return of Huey P. Newton.
Oh yeah. Dr. Newton, you know, he was he transitioned in 1988.
89. It was last. It was
89.
Yesterday in 89.
Okay.
This is August
89. Yes.
August 23rd. Now he got killed on August 22nd, 1989.
Right. And I believe he was killed on the corner of where they men said that they were painting a mural to the Black Panther Party on the side of the house.
Yeah. And then also, Sister Hattesu has like maybe 15 more minutes left with us. So,
all right. Okay, all right. Okay, so getting back in the last 50 years, okay. All right, in the last 50 years is that we went from pro-blackness, okay, then you went to the disco era, okay, then you went to the disco era, okay, then you went to the drug pandemic in the black community.
Reminded me of something that Al Sharpton said yesterday. Al Sharpton had the audacity, y'all, to say that when you think of Kamala Harris, think of Jesse Jackson in the Black empowerment era. I was done.
Well, you see, Al Sharpton, man, you know, I don't place any value on what that bobblehead idiot
and
has
Jesse
to say
Jackson,
about anything.
Jesse got Parkinson's, Shabaka. I found out yesterday. He got Parkinson's.
Oh, yeah, Jesse Jackson's on his way out, okay? All righty. So anyway, and so you went from, like I said, from the Black empowerment era to the disco era, then to the mass incarceration, and now all of a sudden you got this real huge,
crack
heavy
era.
Yeah.
Mass incarceration
now you got the
era. Well, actually, you went from Black empowerment, welfare, disco, hip hop, crack epidemic to mass incarceration.
Yes, sir. Okay, now from the mass incarceration to mass homosexuality. Okay, now you got this alphabet agenda that the Democratic Party is pushing. And as a Facebook friend of ours had put up there, that the DNC, you know, they had the abortion clinics there and the other clinics for the men, you know, so they don't have children as well too. And they pushing this all-inclusive crap with this rainbow
shit. And they were pushing that IF. The artificial insemination
and they
shit.
sitting up there saying, yes, sir. And what that is there, sir, is that there's to eradicate us as a people, not us as a people, is to eradicate the black man. You see, that there's the agenda to get
so they're basically saying that you're just going to be a sperm donor.
Male.
We need your sperm, but that's all we need. We don't want you for nothing else. We just want
you see.
Sperm, and then we're going to create these designer babies, and the designer babies are going to rule the world.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. This is a strategy, Sister Septuagints, because Minister Farrakhan has spoke about this here in the 90s about the plot to destroy black boys. You see what I'm saying? And I think this is what Minister Farrakhan was talking about. You see, and he wrote that book, I believe, in the 1990s. And now I see what he was talking about.
Yeah, and Dr. Chris Wellston. Dr. Chris Wellston as well.
Yeah, and Dr. Chris Wellston, she said the same thing. She predicted this, Brother Chaz, you and I discussed back in the 1970s.
Yep.
See, when I was a teenager, you see what I'm saying? And I sat here for the last 50 years, man, and witnessed it. But then, when you sit up here and try to say something about it, who's the main opposition that they put up there, man, against you? Black folks. They always got some house niggas,
Mm-hmm.
some ass scratchers, some coons, some yasaba. I mean,
They had one right there. I was watching the interview of Malcolm X from like 1963, 64. And right next to him was a Sambo Rambo Negro that was like, yeah, the media had asked them the same questions they had asked Malcolm X. And this Negro was like, yeah, Malcolm X is one of them troublemakers. We just need to go to work. We just need to obey. At like literally the same time. Same time,
Yeah,
same
and then
face, complete different question or answer.
yeah, see, and then the thing is too, now James Baldwin, you know what I'm saying, who was around doing the civil rights movement.
Yeah, a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, that was his lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but one thing about Baldwin
Oh,
that he
Twin says
said,
hi.
man,
He's in the chat on the StreamYard, Shabaka. He said a bunch of BS was said last night.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, man, that day, you know what? They would have done better, man, to have that DNC in San Francisco. You see what I'm saying? Really? You know what I'm saying?
Because they might as well have had it in San Francisco.
Ma'am.
Go ahead, Sister Cecil.
I was gonna say I agree with what you said about Malcolm X, and I like a lot of things about Malcolm X, and one main thing I liked about Malcolm X was that he always taught the truth, and he would tell them, white folks, the only reason why you don't like what we're talking about is because it's the truth. He said, you've never called us liars, but then you call us haters, but you never said what we're saying is a lie because it's the truth, and they put that on us. Who they are, they know they're the devil.
Yes, ma'am. You see, and what it is, Brother Trey and Sister Hatshepsut, is that what it is that the strong black male, okay, the images that you had of Muhammad Ali and Dr. Huey Percy Newton, and as you know, both of those gentlemen were born exactly 1 month apart, same year. Okay, is that they want to eliminate this imagery, of the strong black male. You want to see all these Negroes out here feminized.
You see it. You see it every time you turn around. You see it every time you see it, and then you also see these non-threatening Negroes. I also peeped this out during the whole DNC. Majority of the black men that spoke there were buck broken. They looked buck broken. They were completely clean shaven. They had little to no facial hair. They looked like little boys.
Right.
And remember, we made the same distinction with the Republican Party, with the black men over there. We said, wait a minute, they all got the same suits on. They all got the same look to them. Like, what is that? Like, you got to look a certain way to represent this, either one of them parties.
Yeah, you would. Yeah,
well, they know what they're doing, right? What they're doing is they're fulfilling the scriptures. Because it talks about in the last days that it will be like Sodom and Gomorrah. It talks about that in the Quran, and it also talks about that in the Bible, even the Torah.
Yep.
They will come like left and right, lusting after men. I never agreed with that. My dad always taught me against that. I never lusted after a woman in that way either because I was a very spiritual person.
Right.
But they're just going fulfilling the scripture. So we're actually living in them last days with all of their history, all of their lifestyles being revealed.
Yep.
And
that prophecy is definitely being fulfilled right now.
Yeah, and this is why, that they shadow ban our platforms and similar platforms when we speak about such matter.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, and the only thing I could say for the generations after me, okay, because when you remember 50 years ago, like yesterday, you old. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. All right, so is that they want us totally dead. See, they're pushing this all-inclusive crap. Okay, because see, what happens is when you're all
I didn't hear
okay,
black.
look
The
at it
only
this
time
way,
I
man.
heard black mentioned at the DNC was when Michelle Obama came out there talking about I'm doing my black job, and then there was that pastor, no, the head of the NAACP that said I'm
Hmm.
just doing my black job. Those were like the only two times
Okay,
I heard black mentioned that whole time, all 4 days.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, I'm gonna tell you something. Now listen here, listen to an old guy here, young. Okay, the bun job was the shoe shine boy, the house nigga, the Yasha boss.
Hmm.
You the boss.
Hmm.
I just want to be your maid. I just want to be your butler. Can I clean up your garbage, Mr.
Yeah,
White
the help
Man?
jobs. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. See, those were the black jobs. But I think what the dump man is that he was talking about black people being employed, period, in the workforce.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I was. That's
regardless
what
of the
I think
profession.
you were
Because he,
talking about too.
okay, okay,
But
but
it
hold
got
on, no, let me show you
misinterpreted to
something
be
here.
what
You
you
know,
just said. I think it got taken out of context, and people went directly there to where you were just at
hmm,
with the help jobs.
yeah, exactly. Okay, like that movie, The Help.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Being made butlers, you see what I'm saying? Anything
House.
subservient to white folk, to enhance white folk. You see what I'm saying? So they talk about Martin Luther King too,
Hmm.
the irony of the situation.
Yeah.
And even Dr. King had stated before he died is that I led our people into a burning house with integration. And what you saw there, that DMZ or DNC was the house on fire right there. That was the burning house. I think Dr. King had meant figuratively as opposed to literally. You see what I'm
Amen.
saying? It's because see, they're trying to destroy and eliminate the black male. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? Why do you
Yeah.
think you got all these Negroes out here wearing skinny
Oh
jeans?
my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Shabaka,
Which is sick.
every time there's an award show or something, you got a black man like Billy
Mm-hmm.
Porter up there in a goddamn dress. You just had Buster Rhymes in a damn dress. Like,
Right,
Oh,
right. Yeah, and then I didn't hear it, but what was that shit that John Legend had did, man? Did you see that
oh my God.
song he did? That was disgusting. You see what I'm saying? That was
That was,
disgusting.
and this is supposed to
You
be a
see?
political event. It was a whole goddamn concert. Like, there was no policy mentioned.
Yeah.
Not only was black not mentioned, there was no policy mentioned. All it was abortion,
Yeah,
abortion,
yeah,
abortion, immigration this, immigration that. We hear from a bunch of tethered anchor babies, because that's what they were, tethered anchor babies. No matter how cute they looked, that's what they were, especially the ones that were talking about my auntie Kamala and all of that type of shit. I'm like,
yeah,
why y'all using the
exactly.
kids to force push this horrible ass agenda? But that's what they did. There's still
Yeah,
no policy. We're still on policy watch. Last I checked, Kamala Harris's website still ain't got no policy up. And then during her speech,
yeah, exactly.
she tried to allude up to some policy, but it was just the same old, same old. They literally kept repeating these same words, y'all: abortion, freedom,
Exactly.
joy, and trust or truth or justice. And I'm like, y'all ain't about none of that. Y'all not about none of that
Yeah,
stuff you're talking
exactly.
about.
Okay, and
You've
then
had
not to
4 years
mention the
to do all
fact,
of this stuff too. That's what really make it bad. You've had almost 4 years to do all
and
this
then
stuff that you're talking about. You're in office right now. You got power right
yeah,
now to do all of this stuff, and you won't do it. But then you keep telling us, "Oh, just wait till
exactly.
after the selection." Like Sleepy Jim Crow told Ice Cube, "I'll meet with you after the selection."
Hmm. Exactly. And then the sad
I'm
part is,
ready to go to prayer service, but I'll try to make it again next Friday.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Sister Hatsetsu. Do you have anything you want to leave us with?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the DNC was basically just a boring joke to me. I almost
Mm-hmm.
fell asleep, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because they talk about the same thing over and over again. It's nothing about what we need, like
Mm-hmm.
with our people and the communities. It's nothing. Even the black people never talk about stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
Even Obama did it.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like, we have to just, unify by ourselves, and it's like we have no help. So
exactly.
it
Mm-hmm.
was just like, well, the same old gig that they've been doing for years
Yep.
since we've been here.
Yep.
So we just have to unite amongst ourselves, help ourselves, and do for self like the messenger taught us to. And just don't let
Exactly.
nobody get your spirits down. Keep your
Mm-hmm.
spirits high. And
Right.
when we pass on, you know, um, my plan is to return to Allah Akbar, not
Uh-huh.
the other way. So
Okay.
I'm making sure all my deeds is positive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's all I got to say. And just, keep your head up. Stay strong.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
Yeah.
for joining us.
And okay, and thank you, Sister Hepsetsu, for joining us, ma'am, and being a contributor here to this platform. And I see we don't have Sarge with us this morning.
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
tagged.
Uh,
He was tagged, Shabaka. He knew he was supposed to be here.
yeah. Oh, yeah. But you see, he couldn't. They can't take this heat. You see what I mean?
Let's check
But
the chat
however,
room.
though, okay.
No
But
hate mail
another
in the
thing,
chat
though.
room yet, Shabaka. You know, we were getting on those
Okay. Now
weird
get
ass
this here.
trolls.
And then also too, Brother Che, here's another thing that you got to look at too. Now here's the kicker, right? Now Kamala's talking about she was a prosecutor, all that she had prosecuted and all that, but not one of them had mentioned, and all of them were lawyers: Kamala, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, but not one of them got up there and said, "Well, we're going to do something about these police killings of
Oh
unarmed
no, you got
black
the
people."
dump talking about
Thank
he
you.
wants
Thank
to
you.
give them more qualified immunity. And then Kamala, she's just
Right.
dodging it like she's dodging everything else. This woman won't even meet with the press.
Yeah, you see what
She
I'm
won't
saying?
even
Then
have a
even missing
press
the fact.
conference with the press. The Democrats won't
Yeah,
even let her do an
exactly.
interview because they know she's gonna crash and burn, and they don't want to have a repeat of what
Exactly.
happened with Sleepy Jim Crow at that debate. And then they always talk about, oh, when
Exactly.
the first debate set up, so they were supposed to have a debate on the 5th. I guess they got moved to the 10th, but they're supposed to have 3 debates. They're supposed to have 3 presidential
Yeah.
debates, and they're supposed to have 1 vice president debate. And
Yeah.
Kamala gonna get
Yeah.
smoked because she has no policy.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
You
You see
can't
what I'm
just
saying?
run
No
on
policy.
personality and I'm better than so and so. You can't run on that.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
not gonna get you selected.
Exactly.
You got to actually have some
No, it's
goddamn
not.
policy. You got to actually show the your voting base, what you're gonna do for them, or
Yeah.
for anybody for that matter.
Yeah. Exactly.
She don't have nothing for nobody. But we supposed to go out and vote for her because she's
Exactly.
not the orange man.
And then before I go, I'm going to end
Go
with
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
Trump had an assassination attempt towards him, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, people don't play today.
Mm-mm.
Now, if Trump gets elected or if Kamala Harris gets elected, I think there's going to be a second attempt for assassination for either one of them.
Mhm.
And this time they may not miss.
I just heard
That's
yesterday. It's
all I
funny you bring that up,
I
Sister Hepsetsu,
can
because I was
Yeah.
okay. There was a the dump was at the border yesterday, and they were while the dump was at the border, they were talking about how somebody had attempted to kill the president again. The candidates. Somebody
Mm.
attempted to kill the presidential candidates,
Mhm.
Mm.
and
Mhm.
they had just caught
Yeah.
them.
You see,
And then remember that
so
dude
what
they
it is,
caught in
black family.
Arizona who said he was about ready to spark off the next civil war.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, black family, and I'm talking about black men in particular, we got to protect ourselves because it's our human right, God-given right, to protect yourself. You see what I'm saying? And then not to mention the fact, now here's something else that's very ironic too. Kamala's from Oakland, California, right? Okay. She did not mention the murder of Dr. Huey P. Newton. Plus, she did not mention the Black Panther Party. She did not mention about how the Black Panther Party was out there feeding the elderly or feeding just about anybody who was hungry. Okay. She did not mention anything. Well, hey, I came up in this time of the Black
No,
empowerment
she just kept
era.
saying
You know
she
how I'm
kept saying
saying?
that her mom was a civil rights activist. That's all she kept saying.
And keep in mind is that none of these Yasa bosses had got up there and mentioned, well, people, we had the civil rights movement, but we had the Black empowerment era.
And then you had Negroes like what's his face, D.L. Hughley, and there was another one that was up there talking about Kamala is black and blah 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 blah, and y'all just need to support her. Y'all need to support her. She's a black woman and all this. She didn't mention nothing about nothing that black people went through. When you say in civil rights, that don't mean black people because that benefits everybody. If you're gonna bring up civil rights, you got to bring up the Black empowerment era. You got to bring up the Black Panthers. You got to bring up the revolutionary Black organizations, the BLA, the RAM, Revolutionary Action Movement. You got to bring up all that. You got to bring up MOVE. You got to bring up all of that. She's not gonna bring none of that up because she's not black. She just cosplaying as black. She don't have the black experience. She don't have the FBA experience.
All right, peace, love, and happiness.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Sister Hepsetsu. Oh, she dropped. Okay. Thank you for joining the Sister Hepsetsu. You're always welcome to call in at our regularly scheduled times.
Okay. Give me 1 second, Brother Check.
Okay. Yeah, so no policy, no nothing. Exactly, twin. Yeah, we win. Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished my coffee. Yeah, I just finished my coffee, you know what I'm saying? And no, I did not sit at a lunch counter and beg for it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, remember, we fight, we win. We fight, we win. That's all they kept saying. When we fight, we win. What? And they mentioned the dump, like, I don't know, 100 times just last night alone.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And then, too, is that when they coming up with this all-inclusiveness, they say, but how come all these other groups are benefiting off of the black community? With their stores, their marketing tools, and all this stuff.
Benefit off of our communities. And like y'all said, a lot of our people just went along with that go along to get along shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that really their people, it is the tragedy to go along to get along. You see, because you could best believe, Brother Che, when you all get my age, okay, I'll be gone, okay? And like I said, and what little time that I got left, and when I'm saying what little time I got left, just off the natural law of biophysics, okay? All right, is that
since I've been alive, our classification has changed twice.
Huh?
Since I've been alive, our classification has changed twice.
Okay, for all purposes. Okay, say that again, Brother Chad. I couldn't quite make you out, sir.
Since I've been alive, our classification as a people has changed twice.
Yeah. And what's happening
is they said she can cook gumbo, and she knew. When I heard that, I was like, she don't know nothing about that. Just like when she said, she grew up listening to Coltrane and Roy Ayers and whoever else. I'm like, no, the hell she didn't. That's all a goddamn lie. If you grew up listening to all of that, why are you going to get the records now?
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying?
And I know goddamn well you can't cook no goddamn gumbo.
Yeah. And, yeah, and then on top of it too is, as you said, man, is that her package, as far as policies is concerned, you see what I'm
There's
saying,
none.
is empty.
It's
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 none. There's none. You know
intangible.
what I'm saying?
Intangible.
Yeah,
There's nothing.
exactly.
There's nothing there.
Right. And one thing that she did say, and we know she's going to keep that campaign promise. I'm not going to do nothing specifically for black people. You see what
No,
I'm
it
saying?
was so scripted. But let me
Yeah.
remind y'all on the stream yard what Shabaka just
That.
said.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna
Yeah.
do something that's only
And
gonna
she
benefit
ain't.
black people.
And believe me, she
No,
ain't.
because
Okay.
She waved
And
her.
then
She
keep in
got her neck
mind,
jerking and everything. The body language says it all. Like, how dare you
yeah,
ask me to do something for black people? I
yeah,
can't do
right.
something
But yet,
specifically for black people. No, but your ass want black people to vote for your ass though. You want that black vote
yeah,
though,
exactly.
but you can't do nothing for the.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
want us to vote, but you don't give a damn about us any other time.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? And that's the sad
She
part
knows
right
nothing
there.
about
You see what
jazz.
I'm saying?
No, she knows nothing
Right.
about jazz. She knows nothing about any. She. Oh my God! Remember when she said she was smoking weed, listening to Tupac and Biggie in the '80s?
Yeah, Tupac and Biggie didn't come out until the 90s.
Oh yeah, that part wasn't scripted. When she said she wasn't gonna do nothing specifically for black people and jerked her neck and all that, yeah, that wasn't scripted.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And then the sad part about it
Yeah, she was.
is that a
That's the
lot of
only
our
time she
people
was
are going to
telling the
go
truth.
over there.
I agree with you, Twin. Twin said she
Yeah,
was telling the truth when she said that. Yep. So we can't expect nothing from her.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, and I'm going to repeat myself, she talked about all this great work she did as a prosecutor, right? But not once did she mention, well, I'm, excuse me,
But
that I'm prosecuting these murdering cops who's killing unarmed black people like Mario
no,
Lewis
just look
in
at what
San
Biden did.
Francisco.
Did Biden prosecute any of these murderous cops? No.
No.
And who was and who was Osambo's vice president? Biden.
Biden.
And did
Yeah, you
and did
see.
and did Osambo do anything to prosecute these these race
No.
soldiers, these murdering race soldiers?
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah.
So we
No.
can't
And
expect
then just
nothing.
like what I had, yeah, just like what happened to our sister recently there in Illinois, where
Yeah,
they had
R.I.P. to Sonia Massey. Has Biden still in office? Last time I checked, he's still in office. He still has control over the DOJ. Has him or Kamala done anything about that? No.
yeah, exactly. And we're just supposed to sit up and say, "Yes, about you, about
As a
you,
matter of
good,
fact,
this so
Shabaka, we
good,
still
this
waiting on
so."
that George Floyd Policing Act that she announced that she was
Yeah,
gonna make Joe sign into law and make Congress sign into law on
right.
during
That's
Tyree
it.
Nichols' funeral. We still waiting on that, and come to find out upon
Yeah,
further
exactly.
observation, that shit don't even benefit us. Cause it's for
Yeah,
everybody. It's one of
exactly.
those. It's one of those like they did the thing for the black farmers, or they claim they did the thing for the black farmers. But when you read the fine print,
Mhm.
it's for everybody. That's a
Mhm.
minority.
Yeah, yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? And
Then
I think Professor
then
Black
she's
People
Captain
was
Stablehold
talking
to make
about that.
things worse. Yep, exactly, twin.
Yeah,
She's a Captain
yeah. You
Stablehold
see,
to make things worse.
and then
Mm-mm.
and then on top of it too, you see what I mean? Is that anytime that you hear something positive that black men is trying to do for the youth, okay, case in point, and I know, and I think me and Twin had commented on the chat room on this. There was a brother on social media, right,
Mm-hmm.
who was going in the inner city and he was taking like the 12-year-old boys, the 13-year-old boys, and he was showing them like basic skills, how to change brakes on the car,
Yeah.
how to do basic electrical work. You
Uh-huh.
see what I'm saying? How to do basic painting and stuff like that to make them self-sufficient.
Right.
But did he get mega hits on his? Did his video go viral?
No, they
No.
took him down.
But you're
They
gonna,
probably took his video
yeah,
down.
and then they took the video down. You see, all right. And so, of course, ladies and gentlemen, here's the correlation between Kamala's agenda, the alphabetized agenda, and social media. And what is one three things they got in common. San
Silicon
Francisco.
Game Valley.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Bay Area, you see.
Yep.
So you see a
The Barbary
correlation
Coast.
right there. And if you don't, you should. Yeah, Barbary as in barbarians. Yes. Okay. So what you're seeing right there is these barbarians coming with their savagery, no coup, no morals. You see what I'm saying? Nothing positive for the black community.
Well, we've already shown and
each other.
proved. Shout out to Jay Dizzle. We've already showed and proved that COINTELPRO is still in effect, and now it's just digital. Now it's just more so digital.
You got digital COINTELPRO.
Cyber now. But
You see what I'm saying? You got digital COINTELPRO. Okay, so therefore,
he said, "I remember that Shabaka. They played that man." That's what Twin said.
Yeah, they did. What to what man?
Who you were just talking about? He said, "I remember that Shabaka. They played that man."
Okay. All right. Okay. What man in particular?
Who are you? You were just talking about somebody, Lerone Bentno. You were just talking about somebody.
Oh, you talking about the brother who was showing the kids about how
yes.
to change the auto brake? Yeah. See, they're not gonna show no positive black male imagery like that. Okay, because I remember there was years ago where there was this brother who was showing his children. Educating his children on a math and ABCs like that. He was also showing his children how to defend themselves. They took that brother's video down about 4.5, 5 years ago. You see what I mean?
Oh yeah.
The
brother that was
thing they want,
the number one black YouTuber. He got like 15 million subscribers on YouTube.
Right.
They took one of his videos down. Didn't even tell them the reason why they took it down. It's just like when they took Frontline Black News down. They didn't give no reason why they took it down. And then when he went to dispute
they just took it down.
It was like it was like an automation just automatically was like, no, you can dispute it all you want, but we're not gonna accept you with your appeal.
Yeah, right. Because you're dealing with a computer, not a human being. You see, that's the problem with this artificial intelligence shit, is because artificial intelligence only does what it programs, just like in the movie The Terminator. You cannot reason with it. It does not think. All it knows to do what it is programmed, and is not gonna rest until you are dead. Remember that in The Terminator?
Yes, I remember that in The Terminator.
That they made it. That they made in the 80s. Hold on a second. And who became the governor shortly that movie was made? The governor of
Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he also killed the founder of the Crips, Big Stanley Tookie Williams.
Yeah, he did. And then also, too, now I'm glad you brought that up, Brother Che. I just saw on the internet, right, that in Los Angeles, there are those who are trying to make peace with the, how should I say, the various
the A-trays in the 60s have come to a truce. The Hoovers are back under the Crip card. And on the other side, the the Fruit Town Pyrus and the Treetop Pyrus have come to a truce.
Okay, now that's positive. You see what I'm saying? That's really, really positive. So hopefully before I transition, that your generation will finally realize, not so much finally realize, but just recognize that we are all we got. So that's good.
A twin said, beautiful. Welcome to California. Yeah, it's crazy as hell out there, twin.
Yeah, and then too, as well as that now, we get some industry going on with that of putting our own people to work. And the guys like Snoop Dogg and them, they're in a position, to lay the groundwork for that. And if they do that, there, brother.
So shout out to YG. He looked like he following in the steps of Nipsey Hussle, because Nipsey Hussle was trying to do that too, and also he was buying up all kinds of real estate and commercial property in South Central Los
Okay,
Angeles,
sir,
which is
land is
now
a factor of production.
being
Land is a
taken
factor
over
of production.
because they're hosting the
Yeah.
Olympics in 2028. You shed more light on that, Shabaka, because I don't know if our viewers know how to the extreme extent that this is going in regards to South Los Angeles, what they're calling it now, and the Olympics being and hosted in LA in 2028.
Okay, yeah, it was because what's getting ready to happen in Los Angeles right now in the next couple of years, okay, before the Olympiad comes, is that they're going to go through there, man, and the county of LA, the U.S. government, and the city of Los Angeles, and the state of California, they're going to start tearing down all that old real estate of what's left over it, okay, in the community, man, to build it up for the Olympics, right? Then what's going to happen is they're probably going to rename that section of Los Angeles, probably call it Olympic Park Village or something like that. But all that real estate is going to be prime. You see what I mean? Because you're right over there by USC, which is
Remember,
across Exposition Boulevard,
yeah, remember,
Figueroa, where the main entrance to the LA Coliseum is. You see
right.
what I'm saying?
Well, remember,
Now,
I was telling you, Tariq Nasheed was trying to get a spot over there off of 43rd in Crenshaw. That's where he wanted to put the Hidden History Museum, but he had to settle for the West Adams Jefferson Park district.
yeah, right. Okay, which is on the way to the Crenshaw district is because let me see. If you go, okay, Adams runs east and west, Jefferson runs east and west. Yeah, and if you take Jefferson Boulevard due west of that, man, that is going to take you to Crenshaw. You make a left on Crenshaw Boulevard and go south, man. It's taking you up there into the Baldwin Hills and the Crenshaw
Yeah,
district, and then also too,
the
ladies and
address is
gentlemen.
2323 Jefferson Avenue.
Oh, okay, Jefferson
Yeah,
Avenue. Yeah, Jefferson as the rape and slave trading pedophile president Jefferson, right?
yes,
Yeah. Okay, it sounds like he's over there off of Jefferson and Arlington. Okay, but I
yes,
do know he is west of Western Avenue. I do know that.
yeah. He's in the West
Okay,
Adams
now
district.
another thing,
West
yeah, the
Adams
West Adams
Jefferson Park.
district. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind too, in the West Adams district is where you had the Golden State Mutual Life Insurance Company, which was the largest black-owned
Oh,
insurance company in California. You see what I'm saying? Also, too, in the West Adams district, that is not too far from where Marvin Gaye used to live and where Marvin Gaye was shot and killed at on April 4th and
yeah. He talking,
84, I believe.
he
Okay.
talking crazy
But the
to his
point
daddy,
is,
and he killed him.
yeah. And the beauty of it is, if Snoop Dogg is trying to get the peace treaty going on over there that they need, black family, that it could be a very, very powerful economical base, Brother Che, by the time you guys get my age,
Yeah,
okay? Hey, let the brothers be the vanguard of the black community, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Hey,
Well,
let
we
our
got no choice
babies
but to come
grow up and
together and now in South Central because them fucking essays done took over for
okay, now
Winston and
that's another
the rest
thing.
of them.
Okay, but the thing is, though, is this here, though, too, Brother Che, is that Los Angeles was never a black stronghold. Okay, now, places like Chicago,
Yeah.
Detroit, Michigan, New York City, the South, that is our stronghold. You
Yeah,
see
but
what I'm
Los
saying?
Angeles
And
had
the
a Black
Snoop and
Wall
them,
Street though.
huh?
Los Angeles had a Black Wall Street though, off of Central Avenue.
Okay, yeah, now, yeah, exactly. Glad you brought up Central Avenue. Okay, it's because Central Avenue in the 30s and the 40s and what have you is that black folks was confined there due to the Jim Crowism of Southern California. Is because over there at the Dunbar Hotel that they tore down, everybody had to stay at the Dunbar. Louis Armstrong, Cab Calloway, oh man, Diane Carroll, Sammy Davis Jr. So instead of Uncle Tom Bradley making it a black historical landmark when he was the mayor of LA, what did they do? They tore it down. You see what I'm saying? You see how they do our institutions, black family, rather than New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles, Denver, Colorado, Atlanta, Georgia, what have you. You see what I'm saying? They don't never, ever want us to have any historical landmark for our people. You see what I mean? say they always want to come with this all-inclusive crap, you know, to dilute us, and then the hate mail that we get. Huh? Okay, the orange dude. Yeah. Well, yeah, yes, yeah. They don't want us to have a stronghold on nothing. They want us to be totally subservient, totally submissive. Hmm. Okay, well, you know, that's his reason. Yeah, all that. Yeah, all our intellectual property. You know what I'm saying? Look at hidden figures. You see what I'm saying? What them sisters did that revolutionized. Yeah, yeah. And then of course, yeah. And then when we mention such things, well, you guys are black racists. You know, y'all just need to sit at lunch counter and beg for a cup of coffee. Boss, you the boss, Uncle Tim Scott. You know what I'm saying? You know, warlock. You know, homie kind of niggas. I hate to say. You see what I'm saying? But that's all they understand. But if them brothers, man, out that hip hop industry, man, if they talking about organizing, man, and doing something for, yeah, no, but okay, I understand that. Right. In other words, ratchetness. Yeah. Yeah, right. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Mhm. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And then they want to sit up there and say, well, you guys are black racists and all this whole crap. There's not no racism in that. You see what I'm saying? Self-sufficiency is not racism. All inclusivity is countermanding our progress as a people. You see? That's what they want to do. Okay, but why are they so excited? What are they in fear of? I'm gonna tell you what they're in fear of. They're in fear of retaliation, but it ain't gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? You see, and this is what I was trying to explain on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there was a okay. Okay. Okay, and then also too, they're afraid of Pan Africa. unifying. You see, but like you said, with these tethers, oh, okay, well, see, Brother Che, that's what I'm talking about, you see, with these tethers. Now, President Traore of Burkina Faso, one thing that he did that I appreciate, huh? Okay, right, right, okay. But what it is that, like you said, okay, California is what now? Hmm. Yeah, California used to be. Okay, California did. Okay, uh, okay, but California. Okay, but California used to be its own country. That's why the state flag has the California Republic on it. You know, with the bear and on state flag. And I believe it was his own country. I believe, man, from 1848 to 1849 before they made it a state. You know, when they bum rushed all the gold up there in El Dorado County. Let's see, but the fact of the matter is that we need our own, and this is, yeah, the chief executive of each state. Yeah, yeah, you are correct about that. You see what I mean? And then too, you know, this project 2025. Okay, I had to study that. Okay, all right, is because, and you said it right. Mm-hmm. 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 You see, right. You see, and that's why old Gruesome Newsom, you see, is going to try to put his bid in to be the president. Okay, okay, did it? Okay. Yeah, she spoke yesterday, and then I think she spoke on day one of the convention. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I
She
have muted
spoke
the
day
screen
one
guard.
at the convention.
Can you hear the? Can you? He said he can't hear the guest. Be right back.
Who
Driving
said this
the
here now?
twin. Twin, can you hear Shabaka
Oh,
now?
okay.
And it sounds like I guess it sounds like I'm just talking to myself because I had it muted on the stream card.
Okay.
But I have
Okay.
the live the direct connect on the screen, so y'all should be able to hear the blog talk too. But we're down to the last like 15 minutes, Shabaka, so we should start making our closings or 10 minutes.
Okay.
We're down
All
to
right.
the
So
last
what it
10
is?
minutes.
Okay. So the closing, you know, that I'm gonna make is that we gotta do for ourselves. You see what I'm saying? And and that's the only thing we can do, man. Is that we got
We
to
were
do
already
for
doing that,
ourselves.
Shabaka.
Period. Yeah, you
We've
say.
already doing for ourselves. We're the only people that in this country that been doing for ourselves since day one. Um,
Mhm.
so we were already doing that. So what we got to do something else in
Mhm.
addition to that. They got to
Okay. Well,
they
build
got to
up our
pay
own
the.
infantry. Build up our own industries. You know what I'm saying? Like what
Shabaka, we
Snoop
did
Dogg is
all of
trying
that.
to do. That's a
Okay. So Shabaka, we've already
yeah.
done all of
Uh,
that.
okay.
We've
And then
already did
also too, we
that.
got to set up our.
We gave that up during the
Okay.
integration.
Yeah, you're right. You see, so therefore, this is why we got to emphasize more the homeschooling for our youth now. You see what I mean? And then what we got to do is
Well,
get
they
some
said
of
it's a
our
bad thing to end
segment.
the. They keep plotting Project 2025 because it says to eliminate the Department of Education. We should eliminate the Department of Education. It's not educating our people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not educating our children. It's miseducating and publicly indoctrinating our people.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
why should
see?
we continue to have that? They act like it's benefiting us. It doesn't benefit us. Nothing that they supposedly
Mm-hmm.
want to remove in Project 2025, which the mandate for leadership. That's really what it is. The
Mm-hmm.
mandate for leadership is really harming us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that it is. That it is.
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's
man,
not.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
start with my
harming us. But they're trying to make it seem like it is. And then they know most people ain't
right.
going to research, even though they talking about you need to do your research. Like Ricky Smiley, you need to do your research. No, we have done our research. That's why you're mad.
Yep. You see? And then I noticed too, man, is that when we do our research and then when we state, our findings, you see what I'm saying? They get upset with us, man, is because, it goes against the popular version of their truth. And this is why when people call up our platform, it turns into shouting matches when we give them intellectual facts. You see what I mean? But anytime that you speak against the popular version of what is truth, they're always going to try to make you be the bad guys because you're not getting on a bandwagon with this
Yeah, they
rainbow
try to make
coalition
you
and
like
things of
you're.
this nature right there.
Yeah, they try to make it like you're crazy, you're delusional, you don't know what you're talking about, and all along you know what the hell you talking about. They just don't want to acknowledge it, so they think by gaslighting you, that's gonna get you to stop talking about it. That's why they keep telling us to shut up and vote. They don't tell
Yeah,
no other
that's
group
it.
that. They don't tell no Asian group just shut up and vote. They don't tell the so-called Native Americans just shut up and vote. They don't tell white people just shut up and vote. They don't tell Latinos just shut up and vote. But black people, oh y'all just need to shut up and vote.
Yeah, oh, y'all just need to get over it. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff right there.
Yeah.
And see, and all what that does is contribute to self-hatred, is because you don't see no other group of people in the United States that it exercises self-hatred to the level that black folks do.
Well, we're
You
constantly
see what I mean?
fed a constant diet of anti-black hatred on a daily
Yeah,
basis.
you see. Yeah, you see. And they don't have no anti-black hate crime bill. You see what
No,
I'm saying?
they don't
And
even
they're
have us
not gonna have
recognized
one.
themselves as the original peoples of this land.
Yeah, you see,
We're not in a
and
protected
they don't
class.
want to.
Everybody else in a protected class but us. Hell, a whole
Exactly.
sexual orientation group is in a protected class. Not us.
Yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Man, and it's just that downright insane. Okay, but look at here, brother Chair. I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we appreciate everybody that's calling in on our Cinderella episodes, meaning that we're winding down
Yeah,
at
we got 6 minutes
Shabaka's Black
until.
Experience Enhanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because this platform, has folded. You see, so we appreciate all our contributors over the years
So we
and
got
things of
what?
that
How many
nature
more
right there.
episodes? We got one, two. We got two more episodes.
Yeah, I think we got about two more left. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we got about 2 more left, and we'll be done until we rebuild and revamp. You see
So
what I'm saying?
we'll probably
And
do
we don't
three.
know how long it's gonna take.
We'll probably do three because
No,
3 would put us at episode 20. So we'll do one. We'll probably do one Monday, Tuesday, or we do one Tuesday, one Wednesday, and one Friday.
okay, all right, and then that there would be it. Until we could rebuild it. So we appreciate
But
those
we
over the
we
years
can
that have
always
called
move
in, that
everything
have
to the StreamYard too, Shabaka. Because, like you said, and others have said,
okay.
Blog Talk is going the way of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, you're right, because Blog Talk is on its way to being a dinosaur anyway.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But we'll make it happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is Shabaka Corey signing off from Sin City. I got to get out here and handle some business. Okay, Brother Chase, so I'll give you a call later on today.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, Shabaka, for your own show.
All right, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, all right, thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay, all righty, I'm out.
Okay. So thank y'all for tuning into Ground Rising with Shabaka and the Chase, DNC edition. Air date of this program was August 23rd, 2024. As Shabaka said, we are in a revamping process. So these are going to be down to the last 2-3 episodes of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Blog Talk Radio. Please go back and listen to our archives. We have been around for 9 years. I have been a major contributor for about 7 of those years, and I have been a host or co-host for 5 of those years. So shout out to Mad Dr. D for keeping this platform afloat for the first 5 years of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. And also big rest in power to Mandela Khan, who was a big contributor to the platform as well over the years. Yep, we're at war, Black family. And one of these political parties is gonna do anything to help us. So, like Shabaka said, we need to do some show. We need to look out for each other, and we need to keep our heads on the swivel because the Republicans and the Democrats with a triple K that's no good. They are two sides of the same wicked, demonic bird of racism and white supremacy, and their only function is to maintain and keep that in full effect. So why are we participating in an illegitimate system is beyond me. But if you are going to choose to participate in this illegitimate system, demand something tangible for your vote. And that goes for the local, state, and federal level. And I wish people focus more on the local level and state level than what they do on the presidential, because that's what affects your day to day. That is what really matters is the local and state elections, not the president. But as we know, the president is selected, not elected. An electoral college decides the president, not the popular vote. And they're not at liberty to disclose who those electors are in that electoral college. So, like Twin said in the chat, tangibles 2024, all the way up to 2100. Black family, you need to demand something tangible for your vote. The days are over of us just voting just to be voting, or voting because we got fear mongered to get our booties to the polls. Those days are
90 seconds.
If you want our vote, you're going to have to do something tangible for us. So make sure y'all like and subscribe to all of our platforms. We really wish you Currymala supporters would have called in, but I didn't get the show typed up soon enough to share it out like I normally would. But yeah, we'll probably have a live call-in show for you Kamalasexuals on Tuesday. So make sure y'all like and subscribe to all of our platforms. Frontline Black News on
60
YouTube and
seconds.
Facebook. The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook. and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter, now X. And join us tomorrow for a brand new episode of the Frontline Black News, Season 4, Episode 21, Part 1 of the Frontline Black News. So peace, love, light, reparations and separations, and black empowerment from the mile-high income and illegal migrant flooded city. Chan Kruma, Jesse Paris, Colorado State House District 8 candidate on the ballot, signing out. We're going to go out with, what are we going to go out with?
10 seconds.
The Future by Tupac's auntie. Peace, Black family. Oh. All right, something else. Thank God, appreciate y'all.
I love the future. I love
When
the
I see you in
idea
the
of the
building.
future. I love the idea of saying, wait a minute, let's make a future. Let's make this pretty, make it good, make it sweet, make it juicy, make it real, make it,
All right, y'all. Want us
other than prepackaged bullshit. I want a
I don't know if we
future
kicked through the RDA today, but she might be
that
on
future. Yeah, that's everybody. Well, you can have a bowl on the
Oh
table.
man, I'm about to wrap up. But listen to the playback.
Not that you have to hoard it or you have to watch it back to see who's
Peace
going to
out.
take it away from you, but an open, free up future.